Hi guys, and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. I'm going to do something a bit different this time because we're going to take my MacBook Pro apart a little bit. Now I'm just going to take it apart to get a part number off of the right fan, because as you know from my streams and that, the right fan seems to be rattling a bit, so I think it's a bit knackered. So we're going to strip it down. Now I'm using a guide off the internet, which looks fantastic. I've not used these guides before, but it's iFixit. I'll put the link in the description, and it's very photographic, showing me everything. Now we need two screwdrivers. We need this one, which is a if I can get it the right way around, that way around. If I can get it to focus. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. Ooh, it did it. Focus. It's not going to focus. Now, oh, there we go. A T6X20, finally. Got it to focus. We're going to use that one. And we're going to use this one. If I can get this one to focus. There you go, that one focused straight away. Look. Which is a double O, which is basically a tiny little Phillips screwdriver. That should be the only two tools we need to take this apart. I'm just going to move my webcam. I'm going to move it down here like this. And as you can see on my desk, there's not a lot of room on my desk, so I do apologise. I've got both my screwdriver things and their little cases that they come in, because basically I'm going to put the screws in there to keep them separate, because they're all the same size and they should all go back in, hopefully. Fingers crossed. If they don't and they're a little bit longer, then I might have to separate them out a bit more. We'll see how we go. Right, start off, we're going to flip it over. I'm going to take the battery out, pop that out and stick it to one side. We don't need that. We've then got 3 Phillips ones. We're going to use the yellow one. We've got 3 screws along here that we need to take out. And what I didn't realise was these aren't magnetic, so I'm going to grab my I've got my magnetic screwdriver anyway. I'm going to put those in here, and hopefully, oh, hang on, no, they are kind of magnetic. They want to, but they don't want to at the same time. I'm going to put these in here so that they don't fall on the floor or anything, and the cat doesn't get hold of them. And this one's going to be a bit of a problem by the looks of it, because no, there we go. I thought it had been already burned over where I've tried to take it apart without the proper tools. So we've got that. So we're going to take that plate out. Look at that! There's the memory. So the memory is very easy to upgrade. Just going to clean that down as we go. So I'm going to pop that up there out of the way. And we've now got, so we've done that. So that's there. Lift the memory door up. And away we go. Right. So the upper case, we have got 2 screws. Again, still the Phillips screwdriver up here. These are a little bit tighter to get to. So again, just pop that out. Come on. Case is magnetic as well by the looks of it. I'm going to put those. Yeah, they look like they're slightly different, so I'm going to put them down in order. Yeah, they are. That's annoying. We'll try and keep them in the order we take them out. So we've got these 2 screwdrivers, 2 screws here. That's going to go in there. I've got to try and keep these in order that I take them out, so that I can put them back in the right way when I put it back together. Fingers crossed. Right, I'm only going to do the assembly part. So that's those 2 screws. So far so good. So step 4 is we've got 2 hex ones now. So these are these 2 in here. So I'm going to take these out. So you use the grey one for this that I've got. These are long ones. Wow, look at those. Okay. Take these out. You don't have to take the RAM out by the looks of it, according to this guide, which is fine. I think we're going to need my magnetic screwdriver there, just to pop that out. There we go. Away we go. So we'll pop that back out of the way, and then we're going to pop that down there, and we got 4 screws. Now I'm missing one for some reason, even though I've not really taken it apart ever. So these are just your fillets ones again. I've got a feeling these are longer ones again. They are. Wow. They look more like nails. Look at those. If you can see that, it's not going to focus on it, I don't think. Never mind, we won't worry about that. So we'll put those in. So the next ones, they're going to be quite hard to keep separate, these. I've only got 3 of these, so I'm missing them. Missing one, but never mind. It's coming apart. So far so good, we're just taking screws out, so we've not got to a fiddly bit. And what I've forgotten to do, which I'm going to do now, is grab my camera as well, because I do want to take a photo of the inside. So I'm just going to grab my SLR out. At the same time. And we'll keep that to one side. So I'll pop that. When we're going to pop that, I'll pop that up there, out of the way. Because we will need that to take a photograph. Right, so that's those 4. So we need to basically rotate it around to this side. So we're now going to take the screws out along here. Now there's 4, and they're the fillets ones. So we're just going to line that up, pop these out. Again, these are small ones again, so I'm keeping them in order that we take them out of. So we'll go there next. I always find when you take a laptop apart though, guys, is they never go back quite the same. But this time I'm using the proper tools, which hopefully will make the difference. As I say, I'm only going to take it apart so far because all I want is a part number. And we'll see how we get on. Come on. We'll come out. Here we go. So that's those 4. And then basically I'm following down the guide. We spin it around and there is, let's go this way, spin it 90 degrees. We've got 2 more, again fillets ones. So the majority of these are fillets ones, so that's alright. It's not too bad. It's just those, so far we've had 2 torqued ones. I think there are a few more to come. These screwdrivers are fairly cheap to buy, by the way, guys. You don't have to buy a complete set. I bought a complete set, but I mean the complete set. Again, I'll put the link to the tools I've got. I bought these off of Amazon and it cost me 10 quid, I think, which might be a bit pricey. You can probably get cheaper ones, but I'll put the link to my Amazon with that in. Right, so that's those 2. And we've got to spin it around again, and there's 4 down this side. So we'll spin these off. So far so good. Sorry if my hands are getting in the way a bit. There's nothing I can do about that because I'm not really completely set up to do things like this. And this is the first ever attempt at doing a dismantling of anything and recording it and chucking it up on YouTube. I just thought it'd be interesting to see where we get. Right, there we go. Now this step is going to be a little bit more difficult because I need to move these back a bit so we don't knock these screws off. I need to turn it over. Ooh, that's only marks, don't worry about it. Should have put a cloth down really. I'm going to pop it open, and apparently this should somehow lift out. Here we go. There we go. So it lifts out like that, and apparently there are 4 clips that are down here somewhere. So lift up at the rear, fingers along the sides, and there are 4 plastic clips. So basically they might take a bit of prying this to... The 4 clips, guys, are down here by the CD-ROM. So it might take a bit of a... Oh, they are quite tricky to disengage. Wow. Yeah, we're probably going to have to get a flat screwdriver, I think, to pop those out. We'll grab a small one out that we're not using, and just carefully see if I can get enough leeway under there to say, come on, pop out. There we go, there's one. So I'm being very careful doing this because obviously there is a printed circuit board under there. I'm going to try and come along the front if I can a bit. And just see if we can pop this out. This is tricky. So I'm trying along here. Well, that is tricky. Having not, there we go. We've got it. So there should be a ribbon, so I'm just going to lift that up like that for the moment, and yeah, because they put tape over these, so I'm not going to remove that tape. Basically what I want to get to is this fan down here, so I reckon I can just about rest that on there like that, as long as it doesn't fall. This is the fan that's rattling, and that's the number I want, so I'm just going to write that number down. Excuse me elbows, guys. So it is a KDB. Now bear in mind this number is basically for my model number. You may have a different model of thing. There are loads of guys, and it helps you also identify them on the side. So 4505 HA. It is the one I thought it was going to be, which is good. And there's not a lot of dust in here, to be honest. Now basically, somewhere under here is a processor, I believe, and there's a bar that goes under, and then basically makes contact with these fans. Now I think we could probably remove some of this tape, and I don't like removing this stuff. Really don't like removing this stuff, but we're going to take it off. And how does that come off? Does it just prise up? It does. Good, there we go. I'm going to take that out of the way for the moment. Move that out of the way. And basically there's the on off button. That I presume is a light sensor over there. Very tiny hard drive, 200 gig, not massive in capacity, but it does the job. Obviously the memory from behind, and the fans. So basically, if you want to get to these fans, you have to peel this one off as well. I kind of want to get this fan out a bit and have a look at it. If I can get this tape off without ruining everything. Here we go. I can go there. There's another bit there that I kind of need to take off to get the cable off if we take the cable off. There we go. Tape number 3. And these ones are some Phillips ones, so that can go back there. These are these ones, so there should be just 3 Torx holding this in apparently. Put these in here, because this is basically the part that I need to replace, guys. Now I may replace the other one at the same time. I'll see what sort of deal I can get on getting a couple of these. I'm kind of hoping. Look at that. Here it comes. So is that tape holding that on? Let me just scroll down my guide again a bit. Right, fan. Peel the tape back. Yeah, so that tape is going to be holding it on. Right. So you would basically pop this out, which you're meant to use a tool called a What's it called? I love this name of this tool. Spludger. You have a special spludger tool, but if you don't have one, don't panic, because you will probably be able to hook this off with a flat screwdriver. I'm not going to hook it off. I just kind of wanted to get to a point where we could look at this fan, and I think, trying to see, I think you're going to have to peel the tape off there, are you? I think. The only thing about this guide, it doesn't show you it with the tape peeled off, which is a little bit of a pain. It just shows you basically you pull that out. This cable has to come out really. There we go. There she comes. Right. And then we'll have a look, and there's the sensor to it. So there we go. So this thing is making a racket, and we're just gonna try and peel the tape back a bit if we can, if it'll let me. There we go. So that's what I'm after, is one of these guys. I'll put it up the right way, and it will focus in. There we go, one of those. And this thing doesn't feel like the bearing's gone actually, but it is making a racket. So I will probably just clean up all of this. It has got a lot of dust in there. And I'll probably take the other one out. And just see if we can, well, I've got a paintbrush here. I know it's not the proper tool, but it will just get in there a bit and clean that out a bit. I think that'll do. You never know. I'm just gonna. You shouldn't really do this like this, but we're gonna do that. And I think I might. Looking at that, I don't think it's going to be hard to take the other one out. It's got an extra screw on it, but it'd be fairly easy to take the other one out and clean it up. There we go. It's a little bit cleaner, but I don't think that's the issue. I really don't. I think the bearing's gone. Sorry. There is a bit, yeah, I can feel a bit of movement there. I'll have to take the other one out, guys, and just have a look at it. Not that one. Just switch my tools around. I want the flat screwdriver to try and peel this tape off if we can. Let's make sure that screen's out of the way. And try and get to this one if we can. Just going to cut that tape by scoring along there and then peel it back if we can. There we go. Oh, come on, we had it then. I don't want to pull this off if I can help it, but looks like we're going to have to. Oh, that goes underneath. That's a pain, isn't it? I'll pull it off like that. That'd be fine, because we're not going to put the tape back on. And then we've got 3 of these again, which is actually, that actually looks like one's missing there. And this has never come apart before, and I know that because it was bought new. So this one's slightly different because it's got a bracket on here with a sensor that goes across, and we kind of want to pull, probably going to have to pull both of these off, to be honest, to get to the sensor, which we want the flat. Just get a flat screwdriver under here and just pop it off if we can. If we can get the tape to disengage. There we go. That can come off and be pulled that way, and again we get one under there. I'm just lifting these up, guys. They're coming off fairly easy. And that one there with me at T6. And there's another sensor on there. That, I'm guessing, is the... yeah, it is stuck on there, which is a pain. I kind of want to get this one out though, as well. Let's get this tape off out of the way. There we go. Just want to lift this out if I can, but I think you're going to have to take this sensor off. That's annoying. Don't want to take the sensor off. Oh, it's got a, what's his name there as well. Oh wow, this one's a bit more difficult. There we go. Let's get that cable out of the way. There's a little cable there in the way, guys. Don't know if you can see it down there. There we go. And all I want to do, really, yeah. Now you see that hasn't got any movement on it. Just want to test that compared to that one. Kind of need to get it all the way out, which means getting that out. Let's just see if that will pop out. I'm guessing you can unclip this from here, which you can. So I'm going to pop that out, and this should come out, hopefully. There we go. And we got another, the sensor goes across there as well, seriously. I'm going to peel that off. Right, there we go, there's the other one out. So again, it's going to have the same part number. They'll just be identified as left and right, basically. And yeah, now that hasn't got any play in it, this one has. So all I'm doing, guys, is I'm sort of grabbing it there and sort of wiggling it, and I can feel movement there. And on this one, you can't. It's absolutely solid. So that fan on the right is knackered. So it doesn't matter about all this dust, because there isn't that much dust, to be honest. We're just going to go in there. So yeah, it needs a new fan. So I'm going to end the video there, but then I'm going to record another one, basically me putting this back together. But that's basically how you strip those two fans out to replace them. So obviously I've got one there, that one there. That's that one. No, that's the left one. Sorry. This one, which is the right one, has got play in it. So I need a new fan, which is fine. They're about 10 quid off of eBay, guys. So just need to find one of those. So I'm going to end the video, and then we're going to do a part 2, hopefully. Can I end the video? I don't know if I can reach it. It should be fine. Right. Thanks for watching this, guys, and I shall be back in part 2. And I'll upload them both at the same time. And if you need to see how to put it back together, we're going to have a look at that as well. So see you in a bit. Bye for now.